Hello YouTube, Freddie Cardona here. Welcome back to another episode of Driving and the News. And for those of you who don't know what Driving and the News is, it's simply a series on my channel where I bring my subscribers with me as I commute to work and listen to 1010 Wins up here in the New York metropolitan area. I also host several other series on my channel: Pride in Patterson, Fred Drives, Fred's Relaxation Videos, and Fred Travels. Basically all things Fred. All right, let's get you the news.
And bringing us into the year 2023.
Is Mayor Adams a technology geek? He says the city should be.
There's so many resources that are available for New Yorkers that they don't know how to navigate the bureaucracy.
His honor plans to roll out My City. The campaign promised to make a portal available so residents can simplify their lives and access needed services.
Not only that New Yorkers won't have to fill out forms over and over again, but also that we would seek out New Yorkers and tell New Yorkers, do you know you qualify based on your data for SNAP, for WIC, for rent reduction?
My City was a long-held campaign promise. The mayor will provide details in his upcoming State of the City speech, and he plans a rollout in the first quarter. Juliet Papa, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Ahead of that today, another rally calling for the closure of Rikers Island.
Those who will be taking part in this protest right outside the mayor's State of the City later today include members of the campaign to close Rikers. That includes the Bronx Connect, Legal Action Center, Women's Community Justice Association, and the Freedom Agenda, which is led by Darren Mack. As a teen, he was an inmate at Rikers in the 1990s. He says Eric Adams has failed on his promise to close Rikers, or at least cut down on the population there.
The man said it himself. He said that we don't educate, we will incarcerate. But he hasn't put the money where his mouth is.
Max says his group believes that Eric Adams has a moral and legal obligation to close down Rikers as quickly as possible. Glenn Schuck, 1010 Wins, 92.3 FM at City Hall.
Authorities in California still working to get to the bottom of the 3 separate mass shootings there this week. That includes at a dance studio in Monterey Park where 11 people were killed.
A motive remains elusive, according to LA County Sheriff Robert Luna. The suspect was not married, and they have found no signs he was romantically connected to any of the victims. He had not frequented the dance ballrooms in years. Luna saying on Wednesday his teams found a motorcycle owned by the shooter parked 1 block south of the crime scene.
Investigators believe it was placed there by the suspect as an alternative getaway vehicle.
He says some parts of how and why the attack was carried out may never be known. Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Vice President Kamala Harris speaking after meeting with victims' families.
We all must speak up and speak to our elected representatives about what we have a right to expect that they will do in the interest of the safety, the security, and the well-being of people like those whose lives were ended here.
A first court appearance for the farm worker accused of killing 7 people in Half Moon Bay.
66-year-old Chung Lee Zhao did not speak and tried to hide his face during his arraignment Wednesday afternoon. He's charged with 7 counts of murder and 1 count of attempted murder along with weapons violations.
The penalty if convicted of all the charges would be life without parole or death.
Zhao did not enter a plea and is being held without bail. 2 attorneys were appointed to represent him. Police say the suspect opened fire on former co-workers at 2 mushroom farms south of San Francisco Monday afternoon.
That's correspondent Tanya Backus. Police also investigating a fatal shooting on a music video film set in Oakland. Reports out of Virginia that school administrators ignored warnings about the 6-year-old who shot and wounded his teacher. A top school official there is now out of a job.
Newport News, Virginia School Board member Douglas Brown says the district superintendent, George Parker III, has been relieved of his duties.
For me, it was never a question of Dr. Parker's leadership. It was a question of whether or not the staff would support his leadership in carrying us through the new challenges that we face.
Those challenges? Claims from the injured teacher's lawyer saying staff warned administrators 3 times that the 6-year-old boy had a gun and was threatening his classmates, but that the administration did nothing. The teacher now plans to sue the district.
That's Matt Piper among the warnings, another child who went crying to a teacher after they said the 6-year-old had threatened them with the weapon during recess. 47 degrees now, mostly cloudy, humidity 74%. The winds west at 20, gusting at times to 30 miles an hour. Because of that, we have a real feel of just 34. We're headed up to a mostly cloudy and windy still, 44 degrees, and those real feels not getting out of the 30s today. A call now for George Santos to release his tax returns.
Every day, Nassau County Legislator Josh Lafazan says there are more and more questions about Congressman George Santos. This week, he says Santos confirmed the $500,000 loan to his campaign was not personal. Lafazan wants to know, where did the money come from, and wants Santos to release 4 years of tax returns.
We want to know who gave George the money. Who does George owe money to? And more importantly, we want to see his tax returns to understand how did he go from making $55,000 in 2020 to then becoming, in his words, a millionaire in 2022.
Lafazan goes on to call Santos a pariah in Congress and says he will get nothing done for the people.
George, if you're not a liar, if you simply embellished, then prove it. Right? Show us your tax returns.
I reached out to Santos's spokesperson for comment, but have not heard back. Sophia Hall, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM in Nassau County, Long Island.
Separately, the man named as the new campaign treasurer in Santos's campaign filings with the Federal Election Commission says he does not work for the congressman. According to a lawyer for Thomas Datweiler of Hudson, Wisconsin, his client turned down that job. Donald Trump is getting back his Facebook account.
Donald Trump responding to his Facebook reinstatement, saying his banishment should never again happen to a sitting president or anyone not deserving of retribution. Facebook, however, thought the former president deserved the suspension, in part for repeating false stolen election claims and praising some supporters who attacked the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. Mr. Trump's return to Facebook comes with conditions to follow the rules or face more suspensions.
At Sandy Field, Trump is also allowed back on Instagram. One day after the U.S. and Germany promised to send tanks to Ukraine, Russia sending a message in response. The Ukrainian army says it shot down 47 out of dozens more missiles.
This giant crater shows the force of one of those Russian missiles. This was a kindergarten. Overnight, we heard and felt loud explosions in the city of Dnipro. Russia firing around 80 missiles and drones, at least one person killed. Energy infrastructure sites hit in southern and western Ukraine.
Tom Burge in eastern Ukraine. All of this could amp up the pressure to get those tanks there ASAP.
Big question is, can the tanks and newly trained crews be in place in time to counter a Russian spring offensive? NATO chief Jens Stoltenberg.
Allies are extremely focused on the importance of speed, of getting training and the actual delivery of battle tanks as soon as quick as possible.
One country, Germany, is more specific. It says training will start within days and it's on track to deliver battle tanks to Ukraine by the end of March, early April. Tom Rivers, ABC News at the Foreign Desk.
Why, when you call for your dog at the park, a whole pack may come running. We'll have that story, plus traffic and weather next.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC part solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets.
There was a bit trafficy back there.
Outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK.
Well, I'm going 40 miles an hour. It feels like I'm flying. It feels like on the video, it looks like I'm going 60. But I'm actually just doing, well, now I'm only doing 25, but I was just doing 40 there.
Because of a truck fire in the truck lanes, that's the outer roadway, and this is just south of Interchange 10. All lanes right now are blocked, so the inner roadway is open. It is just stop and go delays. Now let's take it over to the southbound side of the Garden State Parkway. I just spotted another collision right at exit 136 in Linden, and the left lane is blocked. Then in Queens on the northbound side of the Whitestone Expressway, Linden Place, an accident involving two tractor trailers. This one takes out the right and center lanes. That leaves only the left lane getting by. It is just stop and go here as well. And then on the Van Wyck at College Point Boulevard, an accident taking out the exit ramp, and that's in both directions. We also have delays in Brooklyn, eastbound Belt Parkway at Coney Island Avenue. A stall, the center lane is closed. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. We're looking at about 25 minutes to both levels at the inbound George, 35 at the inbound Lincoln, and 25 at the inbound Holland Tunnel. Heading into Manhattan at the 59th Street Bridge, still working on a collision in the left lane. And then we have some problems on the southbound Taconic, right at the Sawmill River Parkway with a crash. Takes out the left lane, and eastbound on the Cross County at exit 6 in Mount Vernon, another accident. Street cleaning rules back in effect today citywide. I'm Sue Aller. Our next report is at 8:01, and this report is sponsored by Cars for Kids, and that is on 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's Cars for Kids with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
All right, let's get your forecast from Dean DeVore.
All right, we're drying out. Still some residual flooding that we were talking about in the traffic, but clouds with some sunny breaks early. We're trying to get a few of them going already, but it's the wind and the thermometer temperatures that are in the upper 40s now, slide back to around 44 at the end of the day, and then lower tonight even more. So dress for real feels in the 30s. Some strong gusts this afternoon to 40 miles per hour. Wind eases a bit, but still around tonight with real feels dropping to near 20. A cold breeze tomorrow with sun and clouds, high 41, but mainly mid to upper 30s in the real feel temperature department. Saturday, milder upper 40s, a nicer day with some sun, near 50 on Sunday with clouds thickening. Does it rain late Sunday night? We're looking at that possibility. Right now 47 with the temperature sliding back, real feels 30s rest of the day. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Dean DeVore, New York's weather station. 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
Got a dog named Luna or Max? Yeah, you and a lot of other people.
When it comes to picking pet names, Luna, Bella, Max, and Milo are tops for dog owners. The American Kennel Club says for females in 2022, Daisy, Lucy, Willow, Penny, and Sadie were popular too. Among males, Cooper, Charlie, Teddy, Tucker, and Buddy were high on the list. According to the American Veterinary Medical Association, more than 38% of U.S. households include dogs.
That's Deborah Rodriguez. The Jets might have missed out on another NFL postseason, but a couple of their rookies are up for postseason awards.
Yeah, Susan, the awards voted on by the AP get handed out 2 weeks from tonight, and 3 of the 5 finalists for MVP will be playing this weekend, with Patrick Mahomes going up against Joe Burrow, while Jalen Hurts is also on the list, joined by Josh Allen and Justin Jefferson. Anytime there's some local flavor, too, Sauce Gardner of the Jets up for Defensive Rookie of the Year, with teammate Garrett Wilson a finalist for the Offensive Award, and the Giants' Saquon Barkley a nominee for Comeback Player of the Year, with Brian Dable on the Coach of the Year list. Mark Renee, 1010 Wins Sports on 92.3 FM.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me on my morning commute here on January 26th, 2023, a Thursday. And we'll see you on the next Driving and the News video.